Hello, my name is Matthias Zanda-Frigau. I'm a postdoc research associate at Iowa State University, and I'm going to present to you our PVRAN platform for wall stack slicing. This work has been carried out in the context of the NSF SciNet project, which is an end-to-end software-defined cyber infrastructure integrating advanced field deploy wireless networks for agriculture and transportation research. It is a joint effort between the ISU Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, the Institute for Transportation, and the Plant Science Institute. SciNet consists of two cellular radio access networks deployed at the Iowa State University Curtis Research Farm and the Research Park in the city of Ames, Iowa, USA. The goal of this project is twofold. Firstly, we want to be able to support diverse applications such as narrowband IoT and PRRT algorithms. Secondly, the end users, such as researchers or domain scientists, they should be able to prototype, deploy, and test new networking solutions in field. SciNet covers two domains. First, smart transportation for research and education, which targets applications such as augmented reality-based transportation with field virtuality and cyber virtuality. And smart agriculture for research and education, which targets real-time camera imaging for plant phenotype analysis and real-time control of unmanned ground vehicles. This application have heterogeneous requirements in terms of throughput, timeliness, reliability, and also energy efficiency. This calls for slicing the network. The obvious solution to meet the requirements of SciNet is slice-oriented. However, what if we want to prototype and experiment new Phi and MAC protocols jointly with existing solutions? Or what if we want to develop advanced wireless networking application with radically different requirements within a family of services that may well require custom Phi and MAC layer? Therefore, the problem is formulated as follows. How to allow radio access network virtualization to use distinct Phi and MAC layers per slice on the same physical infrastructure? To answer this question, we propose PVRAN, a lightweight and open source platform that enables wall stack slicing where different Phi and MAC layers can run concurrently at different RAN slice on the same physical radio device. PVRAN solves the following key challenges. First, it allows to share the SDR physical resources across multiple slices. It does that by virtualizing the physical wireless resources. Then it allows multiple concurrent Phi and MAC layers to simultaneously access the radio device. It does that by decoupling RFIO from the Phi layer. Now let's have a look at the PVRAN architecture. The PVRAN centralizes the RFIO functions at the base station computer. This means that the RF is decoupled from the rest of the protocol stack. And the baseband traffic flowing between RF and the slices is virtualized. This architecture allows us to run wall stack slices of OpenAirInterface with different Phi and MAC layers on top of the same radio frontend. Since everything is centralized, the platform offers a generic service for sharing physical RF resources. PVRAN is also orthogonal to the 3GPP functional split, and therefore it can be integrated to any kind of architecture. For example, PVRAN core virtualization layer could be integrated with ORAN. Now, before diving into the details, let's consider the two main components that compose our base station. The BS computer and the USRP-X310 are connected via OS2 single-mode fiber frontal link. The BS computer contains one or several slices that stream their baseband traffic or IQ samples through a dedicated high-speed communication bus, which is actually shared memory. And a module called PVBAC is in charge of transferring the time domain baseband traffic between the USRP and the slices. So we propose to use Xen as the virtualization platform for the BS computer. Xen is a type 1 hypervisor. It is more efficient than a hosted architecture, and it delivers greater scalability, robustness, and performance. In terms of I/O, it has performance close to bare metal servers. Since we want to run intensive IQ sample streaming and LT protocol stack require real-time deadlines to maintain both frame and subframe timing, para-virtualization is a preferred mode of virtualization as it provides high-performance execution of guest operating systems. Therefore, the slices are para-virtualized instance of OpenAirInterface. IQ samples are streamed via the shared memory interdomain communication facility provided by Xen. We follow the split driver model, where the front-end and back-end device driver use interdomain communication for requests and response. Therefore, we borrow the terminology of the split driver model and name our modules PV front in each slice and PV back in the Xen control domain. And PV back is going to take care of RF I/O on behalf of the slices and continuously receives, transmits IQ samples between slices and SDR device. Now let's move to the concurrent access by several slices to the same SDR device. So here the figure shows the main components involved in a bare metal instance of an OAI in a B. To communicate with USRP devices, OAI implements a low-level USRP interface that sits between the OAI protocol stack and the USRP device. It relies on UHD API function to configure the USRP X-return and also to perform RFIO operations such as sending and receiving time domain IQ samples. Running multiple wall stack slices concurrently means that several OAI protocol stack must access the SDR at the same time. But since only one process can access UHD at a time, we are hitting a roadblock. So to tackle that issue, we offload slices RFIO to the Xen control domain. And this requires an in-band synchronization mechanism in PVBack that handles subframes timestamp without any coordination with the slices. And it also requires to modify the code source of OAI USRP interface by adding Xen virtual channel support. Ideally, we want to avoid to modify the source code. And this is actually possible via what we call UHD API rerouting that we cover next. API rerouting enables transparent virtualization. API rerouting is the capability to intercept UHD library function calls at runtime in order to replace them with our own implementation such that no modification of the OAI source code is necessary. UHD API rerouting consists of the following blocks. The API rerouting frontend is a dynamic library preloaded before USRP interface shared library codes execution. We can substitute each UHD library function call with wrapper function stubs that will forward the UHD action to be performed to a remote entity through an API transport layer. And the API transport layer is a virtual control channel that forwards the UHD action as control messages to domain zero's UHD API rerouting backend. And the UHD API rerouting backend can then process the received UHD actions over the API rerouting transports and execute them on the SDR device. PVRAN platform is composed of the following hardware. We have the BS computer, which is a powerful Dell tower with 16 cores and 64 gig of RAM equipped with an SFP plus network interface card. The USRP X-return is connected to the BS computer via OS2 single mode fiber and SFP plus transceivers. For the Xen software component, we use Xen 492, and the Xen control domain, domain 0, runs under Ubuntu 18, and the volumes are managed by LVM. And our para-virtualized guests, they each have 4 virtual CPUs and 6 gig of RAM, and they use OAI version 1.2.1. It has to be noted that domain 0 and domain use, the para-virtualized guests, they require a custom kernel compiled with specific Xen modules to allow interdomain communication. For this demo, the PVRAN has been deployed in the basement of Research Park, and a backhaul link connects the PVRAN to the SciNet head node in the ISU, the RAM data center. So we have implemented and deployed on the head node a web user interface slice orchestrator that we can access remotely to run our slices in a browser and also display statistics. The PV run is composed of two domain views, or para-virtualized guest, hosting the PV front module that reads and writes IQ sample to PV back in the Xen control domain through the IQ sample channel. The PV run controller in domain 0 is a middleware layer that receives events from the slice orchestrator and converts them into Xen2 stack commands that control domain views. The InnoDB radio device used for this demo is a USRP-X310, and we connect two B210 UEs, one per DOMU at different TV white space frequency bands, 592 MHz and 574 MHz. Now we are going to run our virtual slice through the slice orchestrator, which allows us to list and control our DOMU PV guests. Green means the DOMU guest is running on a CPU, blue that it is in a waiting state, but runnable. Here we'll use VM1 and VM2. So now we are going to open two web-based SSH terminals and run two OAI stacks, each at a separate TV whitespace frequency. So on the left, we are running PV back on domain 0. It creates virtual data channels for each DOMU PV guest and waits for incoming slice requests on a virtual control channel. On the right side, we have our PV guest terminals, and we are going to start LT-soft modem in the first VM in no S1 mode with a channel bandwidth of 5 MHz in FDD mode. So on the left, we can see that PV back just received an init request from DOMU1 and starts configuring the USRP device. In DOMU1 terminal, we can see from the fee log that the virtual InnoDB is up and running. Then we do the same with DOMU2. And from the fee logs, we can see that everything is up and running. So we have our two virtual InnoDB up and running. Now we connect one UE to each slice. Now we can see that UE1 is connected, and we repeat the same process with another UE for the second virtual machine, the second slice. And there from the logs, we can see that we are connected. Now we perform connectivity test between each slice and each UE. And as the ICMP packets are successfully exchanged, everything is up and running and working perfectly fine. Thanks for watching, and I'll be delighted to answer your questions.